Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Hotspot with Loveth and Favor, your ultimate destination for the juiciest gossip, exclusive movie insights, and the latest celebrity updates. Subscribe now. Loveth here guys, and in this episode I am presenting you a story titled Mending Hearts. So guys, get your popcorn and let's ride together. In the bustling streets of Lagos, Nigeria, lived a family of three: a hard-working petty trader named Adaku, her bright-eyed son Chukwuma, and her daughter Nica. Adaku's dream soared beyond the market stalls, where she sold all kinds of fruits and vegetables. She yearned for her children to escape the cycle of poverty that she had known all her life. Adaku's hopes rested heavily on her son Chukwuma's shoulders. With every kobo she saved, she invested in his education, believing fervently that one day he would become the beacon of success for their family, and would in turn train his sister Nica, whom, though equally was eager to learn, was pushed to the sidelines as their mother poured all her resources into her brother's schooling. As Chukwuma neared his final year at the university, tragedy struck. Adaku fell victim to a sudden illness, leaving her children orphaned and vulnerable. Chukwuma, driven by grief and determination, pushed through his studies and emerged with a degree in engineering. Yet, he found himself adrift in the harsh realities of the world. It was during this tumultuous time that Chukwuma crossed paths with Adora. Adora saw the potential in Chukwuma and took it upon herself to guide him towards a brighter future. Through her connections and unwavering support, Chukwuma secured a well-paying job and eventually married Adora, who had become his pillar of strength and stability. As Chukwuma's life with his wife flourished, Nika's struggles only deepened. Left to fend for herself, she faced the harsh realities of life on the streets. Yet, despite her hardships, she clung to the hope that her brother would fulfill the promise their mother had made to ensure her education and future. However, when Nica finally found her way to Chukwuma's doorstep, she was not met with open arms, but with cold indifference. Chukwuma, consumed by his newfound wealth and status, turned a blind eye to his sister's plight, leaving her to fend for herself once again, especially as the wife refused to let her in, and so she was sent away. Not even her plea could change their mind. Heartbroken and disillusioned, Nica realized that the promises of yesterday were nothing but distant echoes in the wind. With no one to turn to and nowhere to go, she wandered the streets alone, a forgotten soul in a world that had long turned its back on her. With nowhere else to turn, Nica sought sanctuary in the nightly vigils hosted by local churches. By doing so, she could avoid the dangers of sleeping on the streets, where she would be susceptible to attacks and exploitation. As Nica sought refuge in the solace of the church's nighttime vigils, she found a semblance of peace away from the harsh realities of the streets. Each night, she immersed herself in prayer and worship, finding comfort in the flickering candle light and the soothing hymns that filled the air. Despite her hardships, Nica never lost her spirit of kindness and generosity. In the mornings, she would eagerly lend a hand in cleaning the church, finding solace in the simple act of service. Occasionally, her selflessness was rewarded with small tokens of gratitude from fellow worshippers, providing her with much-needed sustenance to survive another day. During the day, Nica wandered the bustling streets, taking on odd jobs to make ends meet. She would run errands for busy market vendors, hawk for them, and did whatever it took to keep her mind and soul together amidst the chaos of her circumstances. However, fate had other plans in store for Nica. One day, as she passed by a dimly lit bar, she noticed a help wanted sign plastered on the door. Desperate for a more stable source of income, she did not hesitate to inquire about the job. To her surprise, the bar owner offered her the position of a sales girl on the spot. Grateful for the opportunity, Nica accepted without hesitation, eager to escape the uncertainty of life on the streets. As Nica settled into her new role at the bar, she found herself drawn to the vibrant energy of the surroundings. The atmosphere and lively chatter provided her hope once more. Unknown to her boss, she found herself passing her nights there instead of churches where she went in for vigils. Nica found solace in the hustle and bustle of the bar, forging connections with patrons and fellow staff alike. Her warmth, smile, and gentle demeanor endeared her to customers who often tipped her generously for her attentive service. Despite the unconventional nature of her new environment, Nica embraced her role with determination and resilience. With each passing day, she found herself growing stronger and more self-reliant, carving out a place for her in a world that had once seemed so daunting. And though the shadows of her past still lingered, Nneka remained steadfast in her resolve to forge a brighter future for herself, one small step at a time. One faithful evening, a well-to-do young man stepped into the bar to relieve the day's stresses. Nneka, with her customary warmth and charm, served him with a genuine smile that instantly captured his attention. Impressed by her kindness and hospitality, the man left a generous tip, sparking the beginning of a budding friendship between them. As days turned into weeks, the man became a regular patron at the bar, often seeking out Nneka's company amidst the hustle and bustle of the establishment. Their interactions gradually deepened, evolving from casual exchanges to heartfelt conversations about their lives and experiences. One day, the man mustered up the courage to ask Nneka out on a date, wanting to spend time with her away from the confines of the bar in a more intimate setting. Despite her initial hesitation, Nneka agreed, intrigued by the prospect of getting to know the man beyond their brief encounters at work. As they sat together in a cozy corner of a nearby cafe, their conversations flowed effortlessly, punctuated by shared laughter and genuine moments of connection. It was during this exchange that Nneka, emboldened by the man's genuine interest and concern, found herself opening up about the harsh realities of her life. Touched by her honesty and resilience, the man listened intently as Nneka recounted her struggles, including the sobering revelation that she had been sleeping in the bar each night, unaware of any alternative due to her lack of housing. His heart swelled with empathy as he realized the extent of Nneka's hardships and the strength she displayed in the face of adversity. Determined to make a difference in Nneka's life, the man resolved to take action. Without hesitation, he made arrangements to rent a simple self-contained apartment in the neighborhood where Nneka worked, ensuring that she would have a safe and comfortable place to call home. Nneka's life slowly began to take shape once more. The simple act of kindness from a stranger-turned-friend had provided her with a glimmer of hope and a newfound sense of stability in a world that had once seemed so unforgiving. And as she settled into her new home, surrounded by walls that echoed with the whispers of possibility, Nneka couldn't help but feel a sense of profound gratitude for the unexpected blessing that had entered her life, transforming her journey from one of hardship to one of hope. This new friend of Nica, Damian, found in Nica not just a companion, but a source of solace and inspiration amidst the chaos of his busy life. Their conversations over cold drinks at the bar or quiet dinners together became cherished moments of ease from the stresses of everyday work. Over time, Ineka's perseverance and determination became evident to Damian. As she diligently saved from her modest earnings, he watched her with admiration as she carefully set aside funds, quietly determined to carve out a better future for herself. One day, to Damian's pleasant surprise, Nneka revealed her ambitious plan. She had used her savings to rent a small space in the neighborhood where she started her own provision store. Damian couldn't help but feel a swell of pride and excitement for his friend as he witnessed her taking bold steps towards her dreams. Encouraged by Damian's unwavering support, Nneka poured her heart and soul into her new venture, with Damian cheering her on every step of the way. She stocked her modest space with essential goods and warm hospitality. Customers soon flocked to Nneka's store, drawn not only by the quality of her products, but also by the genuine warmth and care she exuded. Damian himself became a loyal patron, often stopping by to lend a helping hand or simply to share in Nneka's joy as her business thrived. As the provision store blossomed into a beloved neighborhood fixture, Nneka and Damian's friendship continued to strengthen. They celebrated each milestone together, sharing in the triumphs and challenges of entrepreneurship with unwavering support and friendship. Through it all, Nica remained grateful for Damian's friendship and encouragement, knowing that she had found in him not just a friend, but a true partner in her journey towards success. And as they stood side by side, watching the fruits of Nica's labor flourish before their eyes, they knew that their bond was not just built on shared experiences, but on mutual belief in each other's potential to overcome any obstacle and achieve their dreams. As Nneka's provision store flourished, Damian was moved to invest in the business, leading to its expansion beyond its humble beginnings, evolving into a bustling mini-mart at a busy spot where she rented a bigger spot for her mart, which quickly became the cornerstone of the neighborhood. Damian's strategic input and financial support allowed Nneka to stock a wider variety of goods, upgrade her infrastructure, and implement marketing initiatives that attracted even more customers. This new mart, grown from a once modest storefront, bustled with activity as shoppers from all walks of life flocked to Nneka's mini mart, drawn by its reputation for quality products, competitive prices, and friendly services. Nneka's commitment to excellence and Damian's astute business acumen proved to be a winning combination, propelling the store to new heights of success. As the demands of her burgeoning business grew, Nneka realized that it was time to invest in her own personal development. With Damian's encouragement and support, she made the decision to enroll in the National Open University, seizing the opportunity to pursue her educational aspirations while managing her thriving enterprise. Enrolling in the university's flexible distance learning program, Nneka embraced the challenge of balancing her studies with the demands of running her expanding business. With unwavering determination and a relentless work ethic, she juggled her responsibilities with grace and resilience, refusing to let anything stand in the way of her dreams. As she delved into her studies, Nneka found herself invigorated by the opportunity to expand her knowledge and skills in areas beyond the realm of business. With each passing semester, she grew more confident and capable, empowered by the belief that education was the key to unlocking her full potential. Meanwhile, Damian continued to support Nica every step of the way, serving as both a mentor and a friend, as she navigated the challenges of entrepreneurship and higher education. Together, they celebrated each milestone and triumph, united by their shared vision of a brighter future and their unwavering determination to make it a reality. And as Nneka's business continued to thrive and her educational journey progressed, she knew that she owed much of her success to the unwavering support of Damian and the unyielding determination that had carried her through even the darkest of times. With her sights set on a future filled with endless possibilities, she forged ahead with confidence, knowing that the best was yet to come. On one of their usual dates, Damian shared the unexpected news of his family's impending return to Nigeria. Nneka felt a whirlwind of emotions swirling within her: shock, disbelief, and a twinge of something else she could not quite put her finger on. "You never mentioned you were married," Nneka murmured, her voice tinged with surprise and a hint of hurt. Damian's expression softened, his gaze meeting hers with a mixture of regret and understanding. "I know, Nneka, and for that, I apologize. It's just complicated." As he went on to explain the strained dynamics of his marriage and the circumstances surrounding his wife's decision to relocate to the UK without his consent, Nneka could not help but feel a pang of sympathy for him. The weight of his responsibilities and the sacrifices he had made for his family heavily weighed on her heart. "I couldn't leave everything behind," Damian confessed, his voice tinged with regret. "My investment, my business, it just wasn't feasible for me to uproot my life and follow her to the UK, leading to our separation." Nneka listened intently, her heart aching for the man before her who had endured so much in silence. She couldn't begin to imagine the turmoil he must have experienced being separated from his wife and children for so long. As Damian revealed that his wife had reached out, expressing remorse for her decision and seeking reconciliation, Nneka felt a mixture of conflicting emotions wash over her. Happiness for Damian's impending reunion with his family mingled with a sense of unease and apprehension about what it meant for their friendship. "Congratulations, Damian," Nneka said, offering him a genuine smile despite the storm of emotions raging within her. "I'm truly happy for you and your family." But deep down, Nneka couldn't shake off the feeling of uncertainty that lingered in the back of her mind. As Damian's life took a new turn with the return of his wife and children, she could not help but wonder where she fit into the picture and what it meant for their friendship moving forward. As Damian's family settled back into life in Nigeria, he extended an invitation to Nica to visit his home, eager to introduce her to his loved ones. With a mixture of excitement and nervousness, Nica accepted, unsure of what to expect, but grateful for the opportunity to meet the people who meant so much to Damian. As she stepped through the threshold of Damian's home, she was greeted warmly by his wife and children, their smiles putting her instantly at ease. Damian introduced Nica as his friend, and she felt a surge of gratitude for the inclusion and acceptance she received from his family. Despite the initial nerves, Nica soon found herself bonding effortlessly with Damian's wife Sonia, who exuded warmth and hospitality. Over laughter-filled conversations, Sonia made it clear that Damian had spoken fondly of Nica and that she was welcome in their home anytime. As the days turned into weeks and months, Nika's friendship with Damian's family deepened, with each visit strengthening the bonds of friendship and trust between them. She became a familiar presence in their home, welcomed with open arms and genuine affection. Sonia in particular took Nica under her wing. Their shared laughter and heartfelt conversations created a sense of belonging for Nica, filling the void left by the absence of her own family. As Nica spent more time with Damian's family, she found herself embracing the role of a cherished family friend, treasuring the moments of laughter, love, and companionship they shared. In Damian's home, she found not just friendship, but a newfound sense of belonging and acceptance that healed the wounds of her past. And so, against the backdrop of Damian's welcoming home and the laughter of his loved ones, Nica found solace and comfort in the embrace of her newfound family, grateful for the unexpected blessings that had entered her life, and forever grateful to Damian and his family for opening their hearts and home to her. On one tranquil Sunday afternoon, as Nica stepped into Damian's house, she was greeted by the presence of a guest, Sonia's brother, Peter. Standing tall and possessing a striking fair complexion, Peter exuded an aura of charm that immediately caught Nica's attention. "Peter, this is Nica, a friend turned family," Sonia said, motioning towards Nica with a warm smile. "And Nica, this is my brother, Peter." Nica offered a polite smile as she extended her hand towards Peter. "It's a pleasure to meet you, Peter," she greeted, her voice laced with genuine warmth. Peter's eyes lit up as he returned the handshake, his smile genuine and welcoming. "Likewise, Nica," he replied, his tone friendly and inviting. As they exchanged pleasantries, Nica couldn't help but notice the easy rapport between Sonia and her brother, Peter. Their laughter filled the room, creating an atmosphere of warmth and friendship that enveloped Nica in its embrace. As they drew her into their conversation, packed with joy and laughter. Throughout the afternoon, Nica found herself drawn to Peter's easygoing demeanor and charming personality. Their conversation flowed effortlessly as they discussed shared interests and exchanged anecdotes, each moment spent in his company leaving her eager for more. As the hours passed by in a blur of laughter and conversation, Nica couldn't shake the feeling that there was something special about her encounter with Peter. Perhaps it was the genuine connection they shared or the undeniable chemistry that sparked between them. But Nica knew that this chance meeting had left an indelible mark on her heart. Little did she know that as she bid farewell to Damian's house that evening, that her encounter with Sonia's brother Peter would be the beginning of a journey filled with unexpected twists and turns, leading down a path that she had only imagined. As Peter and Nica's friendship blossomed into something deeper, their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Their shared laughter, meaningful conversations, and mutual interests formed the foundation of a beautiful relationship that neither of them could deny. Sonia, ever observant of the growing closeness between her brother and Nica, couldn't help but tease them affectionately whenever they were together. "Looks like someone found themselves a new best friend," she would jest with a playful wink, eliciting laughter from both Peter and Nica. Damian too couldn't resist joining in on the teasing, often remarking with a smile, now I see how it is. Nika's so busy with Peter, she doesn't have time for her old friend Damian anymore," Damian would say sarcastically. Despite the playful banter, Sonia and Damian Couldn't be happier to see the genuine connection between Peter and Nica. They recognized the joy and happiness that radiated from the couple whenever they were together, and their hearts swelled with excitement at the prospect of their relationship blossoming into something more. As Peter and Ineka's love continued to flourish, they knew it was time to share their happiness with Sonia and Damian. With nervous excitement, they sat down with Peter's sister and husband, sharing the news of their budding relationship. Sonia's eyes sparkled with delight as she embraced Ineka warmly. "I couldn't be happier for you both," she exclaimed, her voice filled with genuine joy. "You make a wonderful couple." Damian echoed his wife's sentiment, offering his congratulations to the young couple-to-be. "You have our full support and blessings," he said, his words filled with warmth and sincerity. "We are thrilled to welcome Nica into our family," he continued. With the love and support of their friends and family behind them, Peter and Nica embarked on a new chapter of their journey together, their hearts overflowing with gratitude and excitement for the future that lay ahead. And as they embraced the promise of love, they knew that with each other by their side, they could conquer any challenge that came their way. Peter soon proposed to Nica, which of course she accepted. As Nica prepared to embark on the journey of marriage with Peter, there was one customary step she could not avoid: informing her brother Chukwuma about her impending marriage. Despite her apprehension, Nica knew that it was a tradition she couldn't overlook, as Chukwuma was now the man of their family, irrespective of whatever he did to her. With a heavy heart, Nica paid an unexpected visit to Chukwuma and his wife Adora. As she walked through the door, she couldn't help but notice the shock and surprise that registered on their faces as they beheld Ineka's transformation and the presence of her handsome fiancé by her side. Chukwuma and Adora exchanged bewildered glances, struggling to comprehend the whirlwind of change that had swept over Ineka's life in just a matter of years. Gone was the timid girl that came to them once, begging to be accepted in their home, replaced by a confident and radiant woman on the brink of marriage to a man who clearly adored her. A heavy silence hung in the air, weighted by an unspoken shame that enveloped them. They couldn't help but reflect on the stark contrast between the Nneka they had known before and the woman who had stood before them today. It was evident that their treatment of her in the past now weighed heavily on their hearts. Adora's gaze drifted to the floor, unable to meet her husband's eyes, as the weight of their past actions settled heavily upon her shoulders. She couldn't shake the feeling that they had failed in Nica when she needed them the most, turning a blind eye to her struggles and hardships while she fought to overcome them alone. As they sat in the midst of their shame and regret, Chukwuma knew that he had no choice but to do what was traditionally right to ensure his sister's happiness and success in her marriage. Despite the bitterness of their past mistakes, he had to fulfill his duties as her elder brother and support her in this new chapter of her life. But even as they made preparations for Ineka's marriage, the weight of their guilt remained heavy upon them, a constant reminder of the pain they had caused and the forgiveness they longed to seek. As Peter and Nica exchanged vows and embarked on the journey of marriage, their hearts overflowed with joy and excitement for the future that lay ahead. Surrounded by loved ones, they celebrated the beginning of their new life together. And unwavering commitment. Love, and the promise of a lifetime happiness. Every corner of their house was imbued with warmth and affection, a testament to the love that bound them together. Sonia and Damian were among the first to pay a visit to the newlyweds, their faces lit up with smiles as they stepped through the door of Peter and Ineka's home. Together, they embraced the couple warmly, their hearts filled with pride and joy at the sight of their brother and friend. beginning this new chapter of their lives. Gathered around the table, they raised their glasses in a toast to Peter and Nica's happy union, their voices ringing with laughter and well wishes for the future. To love, laughter, and a lifetime of happiness, Damian proclaimed, his words echoing the sentiments of everyone present. As they clinked their glasses together in a chair, the room was filled with a sense of warmth and friendship, a testament to the strong bonds that existed between their two families. For Sonia and Damian, seeing Peter and Nica so happy filled their hearts with a profound sense of joy and contentment. In the days, weeks, months, and years that followed, Peter and Ineka's home continued to be a place of love and laughter, a sanctuary where they could nurture their relationship and build a future together. And as they navigated the ups and downs of married life, they took comfort in knowing that they had the love and support of their lovely family by their side, guiding them every step of the way. Together, they forged a bond that was unbreakable, a testament to the power of love and the strength of family. As they looked towards the future, they knew that with each passing day, their love would only grow stronger and their union a shining beacon of hope and happiness for all who know them. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, please share your thoughts and feedback in the comment section. Also, kindly subscribe and activate the notification bell so that you would not miss any of our future uploads. Together, let's continue to grow and foster a vibrant community around our shared passion for film and entertainment. Thank you all for your continuous support. See you all in the next episode.